And with that, shut down your visors, O2 on, and prepare for ignition, 202. EPP, copy that, and initiating a full 10-4-4.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare, we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes, You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one. It's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I appreciate you for joining me today, you all, on this beautiful, beautiful Fresh Start Friday. Yes, it is August the 5th, y'all. in the year 2022. And you know how we do it. It's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. Get your shout on this Fresh Start Friday. Another week, and so have you, beloved. So have you. I don't care what you faced this week. I don't care what came your way. I don't care what things you experienced. Baby, you made it. And here we are, and we're picking it up and putting them down. Now, I appreciate you all for joining me this morning. Oh, yeah, we had a strong finish. We're going to have a strong finish, Nathan Lamont. Come through. I see you, Kim Possible. You better buck, baby. You better buck. Yes. We made it. Y'all made it through Arthur Javanda's reading session with the Rebel Inc. And so listen, if nothing else, baby, give the Lord a shout of praise on that one, because you made it. You made it through the den of iniquity. Yes, you did. And it's good to see every last one of y'all this morning. Now, you know how we get it started. We like to always look at those that have come into the VIP section to make sure there's plenty of peace, love, joy, and happiness. Yes. We like to see those that come in to make sure that when you get here, that there is plenty of love available to you. And that's one thing I love about the Lion's Den. There's never, ever a shortage of love up in here. We had 4 that came this morning, and the 4th one that came in, I just want to give her some love because she came in. Our head usher wanted to make sure everything was all right. Yes, Miss Fabulous, otherwise known as Mel Holiday. She came in this morning, checked in the VIP section, made sure there was plenty of love on hand for everybody, but she also wanted to make sure there was plenty of love for those that were in the VIP section as well. Mel, you know I love you. You know I love you, girl. You and all your wine glasses in the early morning hours of the day. I love all of that. I love all of you, and thank you so much. Now, the third person in the Lion's Den this morning, bringing that peace, love, joy, soul, and happiness, was none other than Din Darn. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh man, you always come in with the love. Man, Din Darn comes in with hugs. She comes in with love. She comes in with crowns of glory for everybody. She comes in praying, and she comes in anchoring and holding us down. That's the way she comes every day, y'all. And I appreciate you so much, Din Darn. So much mad love coming to you with your beautiful soul. Now, the second person to get in the Lion's Den this morning was none other than Shelly Thunder. Shelly Thunder, you did that, girl. You did that. Thank you so much for coming in the Lion's Den today. I'm looking at everybody, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Now, hold on just a second. You know, my studio gonna try to play side piece this morning, so let me fix it and fix it right, because it's just gonna work my nerves, y'all. It's gonna work my nerves. All right, there we go. Now, then we got the winner, y'all, of Grandpa Holmes' chair, who's none other than the pastor from the ATL. Yes, Kim Possible. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Come on, get your lips, your hips, and your fingertips. Go ahead and sit down, sis. There she is, y'all. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Yes, Kim Possible, 7-Eleven, girl, you did all of that. You did all of that. through, come through, come through. Congratulations, you are the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair, and I appreciate you, my sister. I really, really do. Now, while we're in here, you know, this is where I like to just stop and take a moment, you all. I have the best moderators anywhere this side of glory. I appreciate them because they come in and they take such good care of us. They really, really do. And I appreciate them. We start off with my prophetess, Shelly Thunder. Up above my head, I hear thunder in the air. There must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. Yes, she's the prophetess, and she comes in and she just lays us out, doesn't she? She just lays us out, but does a marvelous job. And then we're led by the leader of the pack, none other than the Rebel Inc. Yes, that's my day one, my Ace Boom Coon. That's my sidekick. That's my Elisha, y'all. That is the galactic supervisor. No, she's not the jurisdictional supervisor of the state. She's not your district supervisor. She's not the national supervisor. She's the galactic supervisor of the galaxies. Yes, the Rebel Inc. She's the one. Yes, she is. And you know how she leads us in here. She leads us astray. But she also leads us in a good way. She does. She's righteous and she's ratchet. She is a streamer, and if you're not following her, please, please, please quit your wicked ways and follow the Rebel Inc. And then, of course, we have the third part of this blessed trinity, none other than my quiet storm, Michelle Brownell. And let me tell you what, Michelle Brownell was the first one in here this morning, y'all. You might not believe it, but she was. Lord Jesus, I said Jesus is coming back again today. Michelle made it in here. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. But I'm always happy. Michelle, you know I'm just playing with you. I'm always happy when I see my girl up in here. Yes. Something good is going to happen to you. You made it on time. You made it somewhere on time, sis. And you know something good is about to happen to you. Listen, I love every last one of you all. This is a day that God has made, and we're rejoicing in it. And I'm just really, really, really glad. I'm really glad that you're here. I'm really glad to see each of your faces in this place. So you know how we do it right here. This is where we always like to stop and say, as my mother said, when you come into the room, speak to somebody. When you come into the room, speak to somebody. So let me just take my time and come on down the line and see, all while I'm looking and booking, I want to see who's in the lines then so I can greet you on this fine day, because you didn't have to be here, but you are, and I appreciate you for that. Now, as I said, believe it or not, Michelle Brownell, first one in the Lions Den chatting this morning. I said, Lord, you sure been good to me. Good morning, Michelle Brownell. I see you. The Rebel Inc. in all of your glory. I see you this morning. Come on in here, Stacy 546. I see you, my sister. So much love coming to you. Coming on down, and I'm looking and booking at Mel Holiday, who's in the room this morning. That's my girl with all her wine glasses out. I see you this morning. Tall Pumps is pumping tall, and yes, she's the moderator for Woman Unsilenced, and I hope you all are checked in on that, because you don't want to miss that stream. Tall Pumps is over there moderating. Woo, look at them tall pumps. That's all I got to say. Then coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out. Den Darn is in the room, and so much love coming to you, my sis. I see you, and so much love. Joanna G98 is in the morning, wishing everybody a blessed morning, and a blessed morning right back to you, my sister. Now, the Bishop of Twitch, he's my invisible bishop here in the Lions Den, because he's really not here. I want to say good morning to you, Bishop, and if you're not following One Reason, quit your wicked ways, and please go follow that brother. He's going to bless your whole life. I promise you he will. I'm looking and I'm booking, and I see MCP 812 is in the room. Good morning to you, sister cousin. So much love coming to you, and thank you for being in the Lion's Den. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and I'm seeing who else is here, and it's BTD Mom. BTD Mom is in the Lion's Den. So much love coming to you, sis, and you know I love you. I love you. I love you. Coming on down, and who else is in the Lion's Den this morning? I want to get everybody. Cassandra is awake. Yes, y'all, she woke up in 2022. You better ask somebody. She's not asleep no more. She said, I can't sleep on this. I'm wide woke. Listen, I appreciate you, Cassandra awoke. I see you. Cassandra woke 2022 right here in the midst of the Lion's Den, and good morning to you. Char Honey is in the room as a first timer. Come on in here, Char Honey. We're so glad to have you with us. Thank you for joining us in the Lion's Den. And if you have not given a greeting of love to Char Honey, I want you all to stop right now. Just love on Char Honey before we get to acting crazy in here. So Char Honey, no, we not completely crazy. Come on, meet and greet. The Jesus in me. Y'all know how you had the meet and greet part of the service. Come on and meet and greet, Char Honey. Thank you so much for coming in, and I see you. Now we're coming on down, and we're looking and we're booking. And anybody, I'm trying to see Kim Possible 711. Oh, thank heaven for 711. The pastor from the ATL is in the midst this morning, and we are so glad to see you. I see you, sis, and thank you for hosting up. So much love coming to you. Now, let me, as I speak on her, tell you at 12 o'clock noon. 12 o'clock noon right here in this station, we host Good Grief and Kim Possible 711 and Crazy Berry Town. Those two ladies do a marvelous job leading us through our journey of grief together. You are not alone. So if you're here and you're on that journey, and we talk about grief for anything, not just loss of loved ones, but any loss, any grief that you have in your life that you're still working through, I want you to come back at 12 o'clock Central Time, and Kim Possible 711 and Crazy Berry Town, they will lead us on that journey. It's just an awesome session. That's all I can say. And then we have the backstage conversation, which is a little more intimate and a little more personal, one-on-one, where you can actually talk directly via, you can come on if you want your face shown, or you can just talk. But that's where you can talk freely. You don't have to type in a chat. But we do have a chat. If you don't want to talk, or you're unavailable to talk, you may be at work where you cannot really talk out loud, but we have a chat in that Discord. It's Metaverse Cafe, STL Cafe, viewers channel, a video channel. If you come after the session is over, we also have a beautiful time of more intimate fellowship over there. So I just want to welcome you to that. Kim Possible 711, Crazy Berry Town. Thank you all for all that you do. DJ Eyes is in the room. Come on. Kim Possible said today's topic is grief and self-care. Grief and self-care. So thank you for that, Kim Possible. We'll be in there and chatting and really sharing and really loving on each other as we go through that journey together. Thank you, Kim Possible. I appreciate you. DJ Eyes, come on. I want you all to follow an awesome streamer. You see that link there in the chat. Please click on that link. Please go out there and follow DJ Eyes. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us this morning. I really do appreciate you for that, because you didn't have to do it, but you did. The gift Nathan Lamont, I see you, and you know I just want one good squall from you, baby. One good squall to make my day, and we gonna do something up in here. Like Twinkie, don't hit that note, Twinkie. Don't hit that note, because if you hit that note, we gonna dance. That's the way I feel about that squall you got. And yes, we're making a strong finish. Dr. Hallelujah. Thank you. Dr. Danny Priest is in the room, y'all. She's in the room. Dr. Dady Priest is here, and I just want you to, yes, she blesses my soul just like that. I got caught up in the rapture. Listen, Dr. Dady Priest and Engagement Matters. She is one that you absolutely positively do not want to miss her stream. Engagement matters, and it makes all the difference in the world. If you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless you. I promise you, every session that she has, she's going to bless you. And so I want you to go out there, and I see you, Dr. Dady Priest. Good morning to you, my sister. And you know it ain't nothing but mad love. And then I got a moderators in the room, double spirit. Yes, in case you want a double portion of the Lord's Spirit, double spirit is here to anoint you real good. Come on, double spirit. I see you this morning, and so much mad love coming to you. She also is with the Dr. Dady Priest and Engagement Matters, and I just love these ladies to death. To life. And I don't know whether she's here or not, but my Fairly all day, that's my girl. Listen, a lot of times she's lurking and working, but even if she's not here, I love me some Fairly all day. Susan Fairly is the real deal, y'all. She's the real deal, and blessings to the whole cast and crew of Engagement Matters. Now I'm coming on down. I'm looking and I'm booking. Shelly Thunder, you better ask somebody, because up above my head, I hear thunder in the air. There must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. Good morning to you, prophetess, and it's so good to see you. Nothing but mad love to you. Now let me see if anybody came in the basement while I was upstairs. Did anybody come in the basement while I was upstairs? I want to make sure. I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out, seeing who all is in the lines den this morning, because I want to say good morning to every last one of you that are in my chat. And this is what I also like to say. You may not be in my chat. You may just be listening. You may just be auditing. You may just be holding space in love. I want you to know that I appreciate you being here as well, even though you may not be chatting with us on this morning. You're here. And for that, I say thank you. And for that, I appreciate you. And for that, it's nothing but mad love coming to you. Thank you for checking in. Oh, Woman Unsilenced. I've already talked about her earlier, but let me talk about her again. Go ahead and put that link in there once more and again, because you all know how I feel about it. Woman Unsilenced, that's some quality programming right there. That's some quality programming. Woman Unsilenced, you don't want to miss her, and I am pushing and promoting any and every way that I can. I want to provoke y'all to get in her channel. I want to provoke you to get in her stream and follow her. Hit that notification button. And every chance I can, Woman Unsilenced, when my conflict of schedule is not an issue, you know I'm going to be perched up sitting right there. But I want everybody that can, everybody. And I believe, I don't know if you recently made affiliate or if you've been affiliated the whole time, but I believe it's a recent affiliate position that you've made. I want y'all to go out there. I want you to subscribe. I want you to go in and bless my sister, because she's doing a good work. And as I say to her every time we chit chat, you're doing a good work and you can't come down. Good morning to you. Now coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking who else came in the basement while I was upstairs. Anybody else that come on in. The table is spread and the feast of the Lord. KK79, I see you. Come on in here. So much love for you, and thank you for coming in the Lion's Den. And those are our beloved. Listen, we have some beautiful people here in the Lion's Den. That's all I can say. Beautiful people here in the Lion's Den. And I like taking my time just to say good morning to everybody. I hope it doesn't bore you. If it does, oh well, just hold on to your weave, hold on to your wig. It'll be over in a moment. But I love saying good morning to everybody that's in my Lion's Den. Now, let's get this party started. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Now, you know how we do it in here. We always go through the phase of what happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, there were some things that happened overnight. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups. I see your tall pumps. I see those coffee cups, BTD mom. I see those coffee cups. Come on, get those coffee cups out. Because you know how we do it in here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black, because we tells it like it. TILS T-I-Z, Tiz, in the lion's den. So let's get this party crack-a-lackin' and let's talk just a little bit about what had happened. Well, what had happened was, I see you, Shelly Thunder. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I see your coffee cup, Stacy 546. Come on and let's talk a little bit. Now, you know I'm going to talk about two of the prominent, dominant stories. I don't care about all the other stuff that's out there that happened. The two, I see you, MCP 812. I see you, Woman Unsilenced. I see you, Din Darn. I see you, Shelly Thunder. I see you. I see those wine goblets, Mel. Come on in here. And so much love to you. Now, Tall Pumps put it in yesterday. I saw it, but I wanted to wait because I wanted to get the fullness. I wanted to hear the conclusion of the matter, because yesterday, y'all know that Brittany got sentenced, or she was found guilty, and that was quite a stir for us on yesterday. And then on top of that, I wanted to see what kind of sentencing she was going to get. And I believe they gave her 9.5 years. Jazzy Mimi, come on in here, sis. And I see those coffee cups. So much love coming to you. 9.5 years they gave her. And here we go. Because, you know, I just have to start from a place of truth. Could it be? Diablo! Baby, it ain't nothing but that old slimy devil and his twin brother Beelzebub. Yes, Stacy 546, they gave her 9.5 years for less than an ounce of what they said was some oil in her vaporizer. So at the end of the day, y'all, you know, I'm just kind of like, now, let's get down to the Tall Pumps. It ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Let's just get right down to the real nitty gritty. We're trying to do some horse trading with people's lives. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. We're trying to do horse trading with people's lives. Din Darn is just dastardly. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's just dastardly. So at the end of the day, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I've expressed this earlier on when it all happened, because you remember the poor child was taken and you didn't hear, baby, all you heard. All you heard was crickets. You didn't even hear anybody talking about it. There were a small handful of people that kept addressing the fact that this woman has been taken. This woman has been detained. This woman is, can she speak to her wife? This woman is almost disappeared off the face of the earth. And we heard, that's from the media, that's from the government, that's from the WNBA. We heard crickets. And so this is my point that I said even at the place that we started discussing Brittany, was the fact that had she been a male basketball player at the status and level that she is, had she been a male basketball player from the NBA that had been taken, if that had been the case, I just want y'all to know I feel and I believe all the way down in my shondo, I feel like it would have been all kind of news. There would have been all kind of stirring. There would have been all kinds of upset from the government to the NBA to the media. Everybody would have been stirred up. Everybody would have been saying something. But this black LGBTQ plus woman in the WNBA that is a superstar in her own right, we heard, baby, Din Darn, it would have been all over the media. It would have been all over the media. Not to mention the reason why she was going to Russia and has done this for many years is because the disparity in pay between what the WNBA gets and the NBA is such a wide chasm and such a big gap. She went over there on her off season, as she did for many years, to work and make money. So, now you don't see those from the NBA having to go to foreign countries and foreign lands to make. Now we could have a conversation about, do those entertainment positions demand and require that kind of pay? At the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is the disparity between the NBA and the WNBA is like night and day. The care and concern about an NBA player versus a WNBA player is the same, like night and day. So I want to continue to bring that out. It would have been all over the place had it been a man, Stacey 546. They would have just lost their minds, and listen, America won't rest till we bring him home. We just won't rest till we bring him home. He's got to come home. We would have done all of that and then some to get that man back here. But we done let this child sit over here like a piece of turkey on a spit in rotisserie and just let her turn to every turn. She just been turning over there like a pig on a spit. And at the end of the day, woman unsilenced. Here we go. The White House is calling for her release. I hear you, Den Darn, but you know what? I want y'all to speak up a little faster. Y'all a little slow. And thank you for calling for her release. But what they're doing is horse trading, Den Darn. What they're doing is horse trading. An international incident, Stacey, it would have been. But it shouldn't have got to where it has now. And now Russia's warning she might be used as a pawn. Warning, she might be used as a pawn. And that's exactly what I'm saying. They're trying to horse trade. They're trying to use her. This woman. And I said what I said. They're trying to horse trade with her. This woman is almost like she's non-existent. She's invisible. She's invisible. She's just out there to be used and to be manipulated with the other country as if she's nothing more than a pawn. And I tell you what, and then in a penal colony, DJ Eyes, in a penal colony, there's so many different things about this story that are just wrong. No. And I said, y'all don't have to agree with me. I said, in Russia, let the USA know you ain't the boss of me. Why Nancy ain't take her lips, hips, and fingertips over there? You better sip you some coffee, tall pumps, because Brittany wasn't that important. I can promise you, whatever took her down to Taiwan, whatever took Nancy Pelosi down to Taiwan, I already told you what's attached to that. There's some money involved. At the end of the day, KK, they could care less about this black LGBT superstar WNBA player. They could care less about that woman. And they're manifesting it and they're showing it quite plainly. So at the end of the day, yeah, for real. At the end of the day, I'm crying foul. All over the place. And I told y'all, if I was her and whoever told her to plead guilty, no ma'am, no sir. So at the end of the day, I'm giving some side eye, and I heard all the different perspectives of why they wanted her to go ahead and plead guilty so maybe she could get a lighter sentencing and this and that and the other. But at the end of the day, 9.5 years. Now, they said that even in Russia, this is a misdemeanor offense. Even in Russia, not like over there, the rules are one way, and over here, even in Russia, this is a misdemeanor offense. And this woman has been given 9.5 years like she's a felon or something. So I was in total disagreement I did not agree with the idea of them. I felt like they should have done some legal maneuvering, and she should have put them attorneys to work. Those attorneys should have worked in her behalf. But we came up with this scenario, which I was opposed to from the beginning. No, and no. So, it is what it is. I feel my heart goes out to her. My heart goes out to her family. Because at the end of the day, you see, I ain't moved him. Because it is nothing more than could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, it ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. And I wanted to open with that because, that is the top of the stories that are going on right now. And at the end of the day, Lord Jesus, this happened all the way in February and we are in August, din darn. Her lawyer wasn't working in her best interest. And that's what I said from day one. So, at the end of the day, not only did they snatch her career, what about her potential childbearing years? Do you? No, come on here. Woman unsilenced. That's why I told y'all to follow her. That's why I told you to follow her. Listen. All of that woman unsilenced. What about her potential childbearing years? Listen, you done tap danced on Diablo's head. You have tap danced on the devil's head. Listen, what a word and what a point. You are absolutely correct. Why isn't the VP outraged? Stacey, why isn't she upset about women being used as a pawn? I'm gonna just let that, y'all marinate on that. Marinate, just let that marinate. Let that marinate. Stacey 546. You said a mouthful, sister. You said a mouthful. And at the end of the day,
you shall not pass!
I'm just saying. Talk about disparity when it comes to men and women, woman unsilenced. I'm telling you, I'm trying to point it out in all of its wicked ways everywhere, including the church. There's so much patriarchy and misogyny in this country. It is not it's not even funny, and we participate so many times. The females in the system participate in the system. I don't know if it's unwittingly or you just feel like there's no other way or you're brainwashed. I don't know, but at the end of the day, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men and women are created equal. We're endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Give me my life, give me my liberty, and give me my pursuit of happiness. And stop putting your knee on my neck because I'm a female. I said what I said. And there you have it. Now, because... Tall pumps, because Kamala don't care. Don't get me started. Listen, I hear, and DJ Eyes, that's all you get. Crickets. Why isn't she upset about women being overlooked as opposed to if it had been a man being there? I hear you, Stacey 546, and I hear all my sisters that are roaring righteously, because at the end of the day, and listen, this isn't feminism as like a lot of people want to go there. And I tell people all the time, I'm not a feminist, I'm a womanist, and there is a difference. If you need to look up the difference, there is a difference. Womanism comes out of the whole essence and culture of black women and Mother Africa, and I don't have time to educate right there, but I am a proud womanist. I'm not a feminist, and there is a difference. But at the end of the day, I want us to understand that this time of oppression for women and females, this time is over. We're done with that. We're not trying to live tomorrow like y'all had us yesterday. No. no. Those days are over, and I mean everywhere. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I mean everywhere. Now let me come back and see what y'all saying over. You wonder if Pelosi will visit there. Come on, you already know. Tall Pimp's right, Nathan. You already know Pelosi ain't going nowhere. We can't overlook that she's MOC presenting. Come on in here. Come on in here. Exactly. So I have no idea why we still send any Americans to Russians, period. Jazzy Mimi, this is the thing, and this is the disparity that I'm bringing up even on that point. And thank you for saying that. Again, look at the disparity in what she makes as a WNBA superstar in comparison to what an NBA superstar makes. So she's trying to make an extra living over there in Russia. Now, I'm like this. You couldn't get my lips, hips, and fingertips over there either. Now, and this is what I understood. And I reported this earlier to the time when she was captured in February. She had decided she was getting ready to wrap up her career there in Russia. And I think Russia understood she was not going to be coming back. Did that have anything to do with the scenario? Did that have any impact that she was no longer going to continue playing over in Russia in their leagues? I don't know if that had any impact or not, but inquiring minds want to know, and it makes me feel some kind of way that maybe, just maybe, there was some feelings caught up in this, that she wasn't coming back anymore and she was done playing over there in Russia. So at the end of the day, inquiring minds want to know. I find it mighty interesting. I find it mighty interesting that she mysteriously, on this year that, as I understood, was to be her last year over there playing, she mysteriously got detained, and all of this subsequently presented itself. So, you know, there's a whole lot of I feel like something's rotten in Denmark. Yes, also she told her wife, thank you so much for that, DJ Eyes. She told her wife she didn't want to go this time. So there is that that I believe the powers that be that were using her for a workhorse over there, even in the sport, there may have been a little something that feelings was up in there too, and so I'm not feeling like it's a clear black and white picture here. I feel like there's some other extenuating circumstances that are floating around this story that we just really don't know. And as I often say, if you ever think that you hear everything that's going on, the ins and outs of a story from the media, don't you believe it for 1 minute, because you're getting, as you know, the one thing I'll say about what scandal, Shonda Rhimes' scandal, the one thing that she did bring to us, if she didn't bring anything else, is how we spin stories in this country. And I'm telling you that part is not false, and I've been in levels of government, so you're getting what they want you to know. Exactly, Stacy 546. I've been in areas of government, and I can promise you, in some of those management levels, they spin the story that they want you to hear, but everything that's happening behind them closed doors, you ain't hearing that part. So I can tell you as a witness, that's the truth. So, you know, I hope that you all understand it's not even just as simple as they found less than an ounce of oil. You know, and we don't know what all. We don't know what all this backstory consists of. At the end of the day, what I will tell you, we don't see the same reaction. We don't see the same attempt to recover. We don't see the same of what we would have seen had it been a NBA male that was in this same predicament. This story would have been totally different. Shonda taught us how much we don't know, and we'll never know, woman unsilenced. And some people think that was that's just some good TV viewing. No, Shonda wasn't far from the truth. Shonda wasn't far from the truth. Exactly why the unified government of KCK is being investigated, because of a corrupt system, Michelle Brownell. And I will say, as a former employee, I saw some things. As a former employee, I saw some things over there in the dot. And it's not just there, it's everywhere. This is the way governments work. This is the way municipalities work. And I promise you, if you think you've heard the whole story in the media, you better check yourself, because baby, no ma'am, no sir. And you'll walk off scratching your head and listen.
Why you always lying?
That's really what you want to say when you hear these stories come out. As a former employee as well, Michelle, I hear you. So, I was in some of those behind closed doors meetings, and it is what it is. So at the end of the day, I want you all to be clear. We're still not hearing everything. And that's why, once more and again, I was totally opposed to her coming out and pleading guilty. Because I just, for the potential of a lighter sentence, and this baby got 9.5 years. So, listen, it's some dirty stuff that goes on over there. That's what I can tell you for sure, Stacy 546. And I know you've seen some things too. Now, the other story that I definitely want to get to, and I'm mad because I'm having to hunt for it here. And there's no reason why I should have to hunt for it. But y'all know, listen, those 4 popo are finally being found. Thank you, Main Man 68. So much love coming to you. I'm talking truth up in here, DJ Eyes. I'm talking truth up in here. You're a former employee 3 times. Listen, and that's why I say I hold my tongue. I hold the things in confidence that I have to hold in confidence. But I promise you, from my eyeball firsthand experience, things are not always the way they appear. Just be clear on that. Just be clear. When listening to the news, listen to what they are not saying. Exactly, Woman Unsilenced. If you get what I mean, I do. And I know you can explain it to us. Explain it to us, Lucy. Explain it to us. And listen, Woman Unsilenced, I got to have you in the stream. We got to work that out, because you got a whole lot that you could explain to us, and a whole lot that you could talk about, and a whole lot that you've experienced. I would love for you to do that in the Lions Den. You do it well on your channel, but I would love for you to do it here in the Lions Den, because there's so much that you have to bring to the table. So read between the lines, Stacy. Read between the lines. And I see you, the rebel. That's the way it is. Now, I'm having a hunt because I'm looking for, and I thought I had it queued up, but it done went. So they must have changed on me between now and then. But that's okay. I can talk about it even without the story right here. And they know they playing. They need to quit lying. They need to quit playing. At the end of the day, Breonna Taylor, let me just say her name. Breonna Taylor was murdered in 2020. And this is 2022. And I'm mad because I promise you, I had this story queued up. So that we could talk about it. Listen, it ain't nothing but a word. We just got to hook it up, Woman Unsilenced. We just got to hook it up, and we going to rock together. 2020. And it took 2 whole years. Never give up, Double Spirit. Never give up. It took 2 whole years for the Department of Justice to finally get these 4 jokers and arrest them. Now, I got to give it up. To charge those jokers, they murdered that woman. And at the end of the day, then darn, we finally are getting something that resembles justice. justice. Now, spiritual thought leader, why do you say it resembles justice? They have not been found guilty and tried and sentenced, y'all. 2 whole years, but Rittenhouse got off with 2 months, and it's just something to make you pull your hair out. At the end of the day, these men, and this is where they went with it, y'all. Kai Chick, there's my evangelist. Come on in the Lion's Den. And good morning to you, my sister. You know I love you. Come on in here. And I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den. Now listen, this is what I want y'all. What happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, it took the Department of Justice to override the state of Kentucky that was going to do absolutely nothing. Say it again. So the Department of Justice finally came out and said this woman's civil rights have been violated. You think? Do you think her civil rights were violated? You think? She's sleeping peacefully in the comfort of her own home. She has no reason to be kicked in on. We have these officers that kick in, and there was a huge debate on whether or not they announced themselves. All the people that I heard in the area said they did not announce themselves. The Popo tried to say when they kill us, main man, it's not considered murder. And Houston, there is a problem with that. So at the end of the day, now her boyfriend comes out, Brother Walker, and shoots, as I understand, fires off 1 round. Would you not expect him, if he hears a violent kick in their apartment, totally unexpected, and at the end of the day, he fires off 1 round? I don't, we talk about stand your ground, but understand this. When people say stand your ground, they're not talking to black folks. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. When people say stand your ground, they are not talking to black folks. Because if black folks rightfully stood their ground every time they were violated by white folks, it'd be a whole bunch of dead white folks. And it'd be a whole lot of black folks living the rest of their lives in prison. So, come on. I love you so much, Stacy. You have a great one. So, Norman walked on your iPad. Come on, Norman. At the end of the day, when we talk about stand your ground, it ain't never gonna be black folk. And as a matter of fact, I believe Brother Walker was detained originally for shooting at the Popo. You didn't identify yourself, and who is you? Who are you? How you just gonna come up and kick in my house? How you just gonna come in and kick in on me and my lady laying here trying to peacefully sleep in the darkest of the night? How you just gonna come in here and you think I'm gonna allow you to just roll up on me and my girl and do and say nothing? No, he, as I understand, rolled off a round that was then met by 30 some odd shots. Now this is the thing that just really ticks me off. Y'all remember, they didn't arrest anybody for the murder of my girl Breonna Taylor. Nobody got, and as a matter of fact, the one that got a charge for reckless was for reckless shooting into somebody else's apartment. His reckless shooting, his reckless behavior was for somebody else's apartment. You have a great weekend too, Stacy 546. You know I love you. Why are doors kicked in for alleged charges of crime but calmly escort a mass murderer off, Kai Chick? Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. You can calmly escort somebody that has come in and done a mass shooting, and at the end of the day, you got an alleged charge that you're not even sure if you're at the right address, and you can come in guns blazing and shoot up folk and kill them. and not be charged. So at the end of the day, Kai Chick, inquiring minds, good morning, Royal Confessions. There's my iron. Come on in here. Come on in here. So much love coming to you. Appreciate you being in the Lion's Den this morning. How in the whole heaven and the whole earth are you able? Because qualified immunity allows me in the line of duty. So there was a lot that was said about whether or not they identified themselves. The majority of the people that I heard that were in the neighboring areas said no, they did not identify themselves before kicking in that door and lighting those babies up. Now, at the end of the day, a falsified charge, explain it to me, Lucy. So this is what ended up. They finally came out saying that the warrant that they had gotten was false. So at the end of the day, that is what the Department of Justice is getting those 4 officers for. Now, this is what I want to understand. If the Department of Justice investigated and found out that the information for obtaining the warrant was false, if there was false information that was involved here, why did the department in the city not identify? Why were they unable? How did they have the inability? What had happened was, you're not going to do anything to them. You don't have any intention of doing anything to them. They can be as wrong as 2 left shoes. You're not going to touch them. You're going to come out screaming qualified immunity. You're going to come out and say whatever you need to say to cover it up. You're going to keep these folks on the Popo Police Department. You're going to continue to allow them to traumatize, harass, and terrorize black people. You're going to allow them to continue on in this behavior. And then the Department of Justice comes and says, we're going to arrest you for this falsity that took place on the warrant. But Breonna Taylor is dead, y'all. Breonna, she's not coming back. She's not coming back. It's going to get worse since they no longer have to Mirandize. And that whole story right there is just, listen, let me get it. Could it be, main man? Could it be? The devil. But that old slimy devil. In case you didn't know, Miranda is out the door. They no longer have to Mirandize you, meaning they no longer have to read you your rights. So at the end of the day, come on here, woman unsilenced. It was false, but why did they have to kill her? She's dead, and she was sleeping in her bed, bothering nobody, and she had a civil service position where she was serving the public. This woman was an asset to her community, and you kick in on false information, kick in the door, and while she's sleeping, you come in dead of night under cover of darkness and kill her graveyard dead. As somebody said in The Wizard of Oz, she's not only merely dead, she's really quite sincerely dead. And it took 2 whole years for the Department of Justice to finally find these men and charge them. You are a murderer. Go directly to jail. And I'm with you, Tall Pumps. Swap all these dastardly cops with Brittany. That's a good deal. That's a good swap. All of these dastardly cops, swap them all. Because at the end of the day, it's Diablo. And Diablo's destruction crew keeps reporting for duty, and his brother's crew stay busy too, because Beelzebub got a whole encore, got a whole horde of demons, and baby, they at work daily. And many of them are in a police uniform or in a judge's robe sitting on the bench. And I said what I said. This is YesUO one-on-one, just me and you, and I am your spiritual thought leader, and we take this coffee over here with no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black, because I tells it like it T-I-Z-T is. Don't believe me, just watch. So we also have a story that's come out on yesterday, and some of you may have seen this as well. The assistant police chief got caught sending racist jokes and racist texts throughout the department. Yes, you heard what I said. Now, you know, we talked about this the other day. We talked about the fact that almost half of our law enforcement agencies, those police forces, are made up with 10 and less officers. These little sundown towns. Come on, Cassandra Woke. We gonna roar righteously. So this is in the news if you haven't seen it as well. Oh, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. We just keep hearing more dastardly stories about these raggedy police officers out here. And they need to be exposed. They need to have been exposed. The black community's been screaming and hollering for a long time. And listen, nobody was listening, but you know what done woke everybody up? Cameras and tape recorders. You understand the words that are going. Listen, the cell phone has become our friend because it gives us cameras and tape recorders. Oh yeah, Michelle, half. You believe more than half. Well, half is what came back in the study, in the statistics, but I'm with you. I think it might be a little higher than that. So let me tell you about this story that's out right now. And so the mayor and them didn't fire this man. They said they had dealt with him internally. So this is what happened was, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, Diablo is loose. So this story right here, the assistant police chief sent out, and when they showed it, and I cracked up on this because listen, they wouldn't release the man's name. You were one of 38,000. I hear you, DJ Eyes. I hear you. They wouldn't release the man's name, so I cracked up because what the media did, they went out there and they showed the page that had the 3 whole whopping officers. 3 whole whopping officers. There was the police chief, there was the assistant police chief, and there was the officer. And so what the media outlet did, they went out and showed the page that had the people's name on it. Well, we knew it was the assistant police chief. So even though the mayor and the city would not release the information, baby, the media just put that thing out there. Good morning, Queen Lynette Dickerson in the Lions Den. Come on in here, sis. So much mad love to you. Come on in here. Don't release the name, release him. Listen, and Cassandra Woke, when they went out and they were like, they were not going to release the name of the man. And when the media went out there and got their whole 3 whopping police officers in totality for their city, and I should probably say that's a town, and we saw the name of the police chief, we saw the name of the assistant police chief, and the name of the officer. Now, I want to know who turned them in. And at the end of the day, y'all know, if you putting stuff out here on the internet, please know this stuff is retrievable. And this stuff, even though you may say, oh, I deleted that, baby, there's a whole lot of stuff. It lives like Jesus. It's eternal. It's out there forever. So listen, at the end of the day, folks got their hands on it. The media did a good service for once, BTD Mom. They did that. I was cracking, baby. They were like, they posted that thing up and let you see all of those names. I was rolling. At the end of the day, and this for example, because I looked at the jokes that he was sending, and what do you call a pregnant slave woman? BOGO, buy one, get one free. Now, that is an example of what they had on there. And they were cracking, they were crack-a-lacking, they were dying laughing. It was so funny. Buy one, get one free. BTD mom, all kinds of shade. You know I don't just throw shade, I shed light. All kinds of shade. You believe the pockets of the corrupt cops must be touched for some of the nonsense to stop instead of only suing the city. I'm with you. I'm totally with you, DJ Eyes. Get down in these folks' pocketbooks. Get down in these folks' pocketbooks. Kai Chick, I know. So that was one of them. And they went from there on. And so I just want to give you an idea of what these folks are out here and they think it's funny. So at the end of the day, and this is the police department. These are the people that are policing us. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? These are the things that are supposed, I'm here to protect, defend, and serve. And baby, listen, they should lose whatever pension or benefits they would have received in darn, and I'm 100% with you. Stop sending them home for an early vacation and benefits. Get these pocketbooks. Tap those pensions, take them away, get in their personal pocketbooks. I'm tired of the union. I'm tired of the city paying for these officers to be out here and acting and being what they are, racist white supremacists with a uniform on. Send these folks home and take that money. Take that money. Take that money. If you think that was so funny, then here. You get no coins. Hit them in the pockets, woman unsilenced. Hit them in their pocketbooks, because as we've known and as we've seen happen time and time again, I see you, I'm gonna hydrate then darn, because listen, my blood pressure done went up about 60 degrees on these kinds of stories. These are the management positions of the police department, not just officers. These are the management in police departments doing this dastardly stuff. Lord, please turn this water into wine, because I need a drink. Thank you, din darn. Thank you for that hydrate. So at the end of the day, BOGO pissed me off, main man. BOGO pissed me off. and this, while we want to contend that listen, it's only a few bad apples. It's only a few bad apples. I'm going to say it once more and again. When we look at the video footage of all of the civil rights movements, that was not just the parents out there, but the teenagers and the children were out there chanting and carrying on too. So when you take all of that in consideration and work with that timeline, we're talking about people that are not dead yet. We're talking about people that are now in their 60s and 70s. And where do you think they have gone? Where do you think that hatred and racism has gone? Where do you think that mindset has gone? You think they just mysteriously got converted? They had a come to Jesus moment and went to church and got saved? Because, baby, some of the worst racism and racist teaching you ever want to hear is going to come from the pulpits, and y'all ain't ready for me. So at the end of the day, all of this that we see manifesting, where do you think these people went? I'm asking for a friend. Where in the world do you think these people went?
Asking for a friend.
Twanna's Twitch, good morning to you, baby. Come on in here. We're having a good chat this morning, and listen, I'm lighting them up this morning. I'm lighting them up, because at the end of the day, I just want to know, where do we think all of those kids and teenagers that were out there chanting and howling and screaming the N-word and going crazy about integration, where do we think those people went that are now in their 60s and 70s? Do you think they got converted? They just learned what became politically correct. And political correctness does not mean your heart has been changed one iota. Please Please be clear on that. Please, please, please. I'm begging like James Brown. Please be clear. Just because you know how to talk in political correctness does not mean that your heart has been changed. No, ma'am, no, sir. A few, then darn, is still way too many. The whole tree apple is corrupt. That whole apple tree is corrupt. Generations worth of it, Cassandra 2022. Because at the end of the day, just like I said, those people are in their 60s and 70s. What do you think they taught their children and their children's children? Baby, y'all quit lying to yourselves. This racist energy, this racist attitude, this white supremacy that's out here permeating the land is being passed down by Pappy, by Grandpappy, and all of them. And until we have a conversation and some real talk, you're going to continue to find those kinds of racist. Now, why? Now, why? Oh, why? Just like they used to make lynchings a family outing. Exactly, main man. And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So this is where I want us to understand and get the idea. We've got to have a unification and a coming together. And yes, there is going to have to be a come to Jesus moment, but we're going to have to talk about some things. We can't just sweep stuff under the rug and then you walk past this big old pile and hump. There's a rug that's covering it for sure, but there's still a whole heap and helping a mess under that rug. And we just in America keep walking past that rug. And because, listen, we've swept it under the rug. Nobody wants to talk about that big mess that's still piled up under the rug. You can't walk on it. You can't use it. It's not beautiful. It doesn't look pretty. It's got a big old hump of a whole bunch of mess and dirt and grime and grit and sin and shame and racism under that. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to clean out what's under the rug. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. We got to clean out what's under the rug. And I promise you, just acting as if it no longer exists, that's not going to help the problem. Am I talking to anybody this morning? That's not going to help the problem. So when I looked at that story this morning, and I can't remember, I want to say the name of Vincent. I want to say it's like Vincent, Alabama, if that's a place. Y'all tell me. I thought something about Vincent, Alabama, I think is what it is. But nonetheless, if that's not the right city or town, if you haven't seen it yet, the whole story is just dastardly. And so the city, the townspeople insisted on calling a meeting to insist that this man talking about we've already dealt with it. No. Terminate him and get his coins. Terminate him and end that pension. Terminate him and get him out. Don't tell me you dealt with it. Don't tell me that you've already. No, we want to see his lips, hips, and his fingertips and his money. We want it gone. Woo, y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. DJ Eyes, come on, talk to me. Let me come back. I see you talking. Let me see what you said to me, my brother. You encourage everyone, if you can go to your monthly police community meeting and voice all of the concerns in your community. Come in dozens. Come on here. I'm with you on that, DJ Eyes. I'm with you. Baby, we need to talk about this mess. Now, I promise you, you got to keep showing up. And I'm with you, DJ Eyes. You got to keep showing up. You got to keep making your voice heard. Otherwise, the opinion is that I don't hear it. As we used to say in city, I learned this one in City Hall. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. And that was early on in my career. I was fresh out of high school, and I learned quick, fast, and in a hurry. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Come on here, Z Lady C. Come in here. Good morning. Come on in here. And I'm so glad to have you in the Lion's Den this morning. And thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you for lurking and working. So much love coming to you. But I'm telling you, listen, this is how we do it in the Lion's Den. We take this coffee, no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it T-I-Z-Tis. That's what we do over here. We tell it like it T-I-Z-Tis. Come on, I hear you, Tall Pumps. You're tirade, but you totally understand. And Tall Pumps, let me tell you this. This is one of the mechanics. Come on, get your coffee cups out. Then darn, get your coffee cups out. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tell it like a T-I-Z-Tis. Tall Pumps, let me tell you, part of what is built in to the white supremacist agenda is to make us tired. I'm going to say it again. Part of what is baked in to the white supremacist agenda against black people is to make us tired. Even as you said, tired. If they can wear us down, if they can make us so tired and so frustrated till we feel like everything is futile, we feel like there's no purpose and keep trying to push against the, baby, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Do you understand? Keep pushing. You're not going to wear me down. You're not going to wear me out. And if I need to go and take a break, if I need to go and catch my breath, put somebody in your spot while you get a breath and then come back. But by all means, we not going to, listen, you're not going to wear us down to where we just give up and quit, because the minute we stop talking and the minute we give them crickets, I want you to hear, the minute we get so tired that we shift to crickets, that's when Diablo, you notice I ain't took Diablo down yet. The devil is still here. That's when the devil just has the devil's way. Oh, they tired now. We got them. You know, Muhammad Ali, he definitely, in the boxing arena, was the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And for many years, even after he came back, and you talk about, I'm going to go back to what Woman Unsilenced said about taking away Britney's childbearing years. They took away Muhammad Ali's greatest years. And he was still the greatest of all time. But think what we would have seen from that man had he not, because he said, those people ain't did nothing to me. I ain't going over there to fight them. If he had not lost those precious, precious years, what he would have and could have done in the arena would have been unmatched and unparalleled. And he still did that. Good morning, Go Ratty. That's my brother. I love you so much. Come on in here, my brother. So much love to you. Good morning from the Lion's Den. Think of what he could have and would have done if they had not robbed him of his prime years. But at the end of the day, what he effectively utilized was the rope-a-dope. And what was the rope-a-dope? He'd get on that rope, he'd get on that rope, he'd get on that rope, he'd get on that rope. He'd let them beat themselves into an oblivion. He'd let them punch. He'd let them punch. Everything you got. Is that all you got? Y'all remember he teased and taunted some of them sometimes. Is that all you got? It'd make them matter, and they'd go for it. Oh, man, they just lose their minds. Just lose their minds. The rope-a-dope. And after they had completely worn themselves to a frazzle, he would come alive and, honey, uppercut them right on out of the match. And I'm telling you, this tactic that Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, used so effectively after he came out after his prime and went back in the boxing ring. And baby, he was the master of it. I'm telling you, this is exactly what white supremacy is trying to do to black folk. Baby, 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 we come and I'm telling you, strategy at its best. It's an awesome strategy. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Don't get me started, because I love me some Muhammad Ali. I do. But I want you to understand the tactic and the strategy that he used is the same strategy that white supremacists and racism has utilized from time to time, along with division. Along with division. To divide us has been so effective. Send the mama here, send the daddy there, send the children someplace else. Divide, divide, divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. That tactic of divide and conquer and the rope-a-dope has been used so effectively against the black community. The times that we do feel a little energy and a little zest and a little vitality and a little bit of let's come together and baby, they come right back with divide and conquer and the rope-a-dope. And once we get divided, it takes all the steam out of us. It takes all the wind out of our sails. It takes all the power out of whatever. Look at how many times we seem like we had a movement going forward, and then something happens where it's a divide and conquer, and all of the steam just goes right out. And then we get some more, and we get some more, and we get started again. And then here we come with divide and conquer, and it goes right on out. And y'all can say, oh, but sometimes we do that to ourselves. And I want to say, okay, that may be the case, but many times it's misreported by media. And media does an effective job of helping to keep us divided and conquered. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because sometimes it's reported to me is nothing but a bold-faced lie. And we believe the lie. And we start looking side-eye at my sister, side-eye at my brother, cross-eyed across at my uncle and my aunt and them. We start getting cross-eyed and looking crazy at each other. And next thing you know, your eyes, and I tell people, you want to know somebody that's crazy, look in their eyes. Their eyes will tell you almost everything you need to know. And I know people that have normal eyes, but when they lying, when they cutting up, when they being ugly, whatever, them eyeballs will go north, south, east, and west at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? Them eyeballs will go north, south, east, and west at the same time, and you know they crazy. Or the eyes are just empty. You look in the eyes, ain't nothing, nobody home. Ain't nobody. You understand? You look in those eyes and you see absolutely, positively nothing. You look in those eyes, baby, and there's nobody home. Nobody home. Quit ringing the bell. Quit ring my bell. Quit ringing the bell. Ain't nobody home. So at the end of the day, this is a tactic. The media does exactly what it's designed to do, Twanna's Twitch. The media is effective. Please hear me when I say that. And listen, if you didn't know, y'all going, I don't watch this one, I watch that. I don't read this, I read that. Child, Murdoch owns all of them. What you talking about? Murdoch owns them all. Y'all out here reading what newspaper you want to read. Baby, Murdoch owns them all. And y'all out here talking about which one you're going to read. One man owns it, and he's going to put in there what he wants y'all to read. Hence, the majority has turned to social media for the news and the truth. I hear y'all. So this is what I want y'all to understand. Absolutely, Dendart. And this is what I want you to understand. So this whole element of divide and conquer. And I might as well come on in because I believe I done turned the corner out of slumber, slept and slobbered, because I want you all to look at this scenario with what has happened with these two black young women's lives here in this country. And let's look at it for what it's worth, and let's analyze this thing. We've got to come up with something to answer this current system that is racist. We got to come up with something for the assistant police chief that's out here putting out BOGO. We got to come up with something that answers to this madness, and that's going to be us understanding, no, we will not be divided. No, we will not be conquered. No, we will not fall prey to the okie doke and get so tired that we wear ourselves out. And then at the end of the day, I'm saying, I know that's what I need to do, but I'm tired. I need y'all to stay in the race. Come on, Z Lady. See, you watch Roland Martin. Get you a source. Get you a source that's going to give you some accurate reporting, and it may not be, again, in that mainstream media, because mainstream media is owned by a small handful of people. Please understand that. Please understand it. So at the end of the day, get out here, educate yourself, be aware. This is not the time to stick our heads in the sand. Woman Unsilenced, this is why I keep promoting and pushing your stream, because you do a very good job of talking about what's really what had happened what's really going on, talking about real cases, talking about real people, talking about real situations. We need the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. We don't need this stuff that's been put together where they're spinning a narrative. We don't need this stuff where they're trying to divide and conquer. We don't need the stuff where they're trying to wear us down and make us tired. Y'all need to get some sources that will energize you. That's why engagement matters. I want you to go get something that's going to feed your spirit, your mind, your soul, your emotions. Go get some Woman Unsilenced. You understand what I'm saying? Go get the Rebel Ink. Y'all hear me talking? Go get some stuff that's going to feed you. Get you something that's going to feed your mind and your knowledge base. Knowledge is power. And not hardcore right-wing sources. Please, Go Ratty. Please, please, please. What had happened was, sis, and that's why I appreciate you all coming in. I appreciate you all coming into the Lion's Den. I appreciate you coming in to support, because the best of my ability, my goal and my desire is, if I can't do anything else, make the people aware of what's really going on. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Get your coffee cup out and let's sip while we talk. And at the end of the day, we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Come on, Go Ratty. A lot of black folks shared stuff from hard right sites during the height of the pandemic. There was all kind of stuff out there, Go Ratty, and I was just shaking my head. Thank you for loving the stream, and I love you. The stream loves you. That's why we're here. I want to have the conversation. And again, we had the brother that came in the other day that didn't agree and was coming in with a whole bunch of talk, and I saw that the moderators didn't ban him, and that's fine, because I'm glad to have you come in. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's get some understanding. Let me hear these points of views that you want to spew and spout off. Come on and talk so I can hear what y'all saying over there on the other side. Come on and hear what I'm saying on this side too, because I believe at the end of the day, I'm going to say something that hopefully is going to penetrate your mind. I'm going to say something that's hopefully going to penetrate your heart. I'm going to say something that's going to penetrate the way that you think. Even if you are racist or right on the line, hopefully you're going to hear something that's going to make you stop and give that thing some consideration. Am I talking to anybody? That's why we have the Lion's Den. Us, you, me, we, all. This pride, Pride, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. Woo! But there ain't no bye-bye black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for my dame, 1 for the little boy lived out. No, you ain't getting my wool. Slavery is over. While you trying to give my wool to everybody but me, I got everybody but me getting some wool. And this is the mindset that black folks have been reared and raised under in this country, and we're done giving our wool away. Did I say something? Thank you for the roaring biddies, Woman Unsilenced. We're tired and done with giving our wool away. As enterprising as our wool is, and I'm going to give it to you, Nathan, I see you. As enterprising and creative as we are, we're going to find ways to make our wool work for us. I'm going to say it. Thank you for those roaring biddies. Go Ratty. I'm going to say it once more and again. We're industrious. We're creative. We're ingenious. Listen, we're going to find ways to make that Baa black sheep. We're going to find ways to make that black wool work for us. Thank you for those biddies. Oh, thank you all. I appreciate it. It's a hype train coming. Z Lady C, thank you for those roaring biddies. Tall Pumps, thank you for those roaring biddies. We're going to find a way. And this is the thing, y'all, and y'all can agree with me or not. I'm not waiting on the system to let me in. I'm saying let's gather together. And since y'all, if you really understand the reality, consumer dollars in the black community, we prop up so many different corporations and business. Black dollars, hold up, and we actually are the anchor in so many areas in all of these corporations. Let's start creating our own. I mean that with all my heart. Let's start creating MCP 812. Thank you for those roaring biddies. I love you, sis, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Den darn Kai Chick, y'all coming on through. I appreciate you for the hype train. But listen, at the end of the day, I just want y'all to understand it's time for us to make a change, and we are the people that can do it. Kai Chick, thank you so much for those gifts. I want y'all to understand we can do this. We can make the difference that needs to happen in our own community. I'm not asking nobody for a handout. I'm not asking. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm looking at some folks that are absolutely geniuses. I'm looking at some folk that are absolutely filled with all kind of knowledge, understanding, and ability. Why can we not go into our own community and make this thing work? We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Woo, thank you for the roaring biddy, Z Lady C. We can do it. But again, I told you, I'm telling you, two of the main culprits that continuously get used in a black scenario to break us down as a black community. We have divide and conquer that is so effective. And we have the okey doke on the rope-a-dope. Y'all can't get tired. You just can't get tired and sit down and give up. Woo. Now, even in that, I want you to understand it's time to make that change, and we are the people that can do it. We've got to understand, yes, even as Muhammad Ali would be on that rope, he would know when to go and sit down and take a break. But listen, we can't just let ourselves get worn out. Come on, DJ Eyes, we can do it. We do it. We just don't do it for ourselves. We do it for these people. We do it for those people. We do it for this corporation. We do it for that company. We do it for everybody but us, and it's our dollars. It's our money. It's our resources. It's our energy. It's our know-how. It's our intelligence, our knowledge. It's our labor. We do it for everybody but for us. Woo. And listen, I'm at the point now, listen, I'd love to see black folks start coming out with businesses. Oh, well, they already got that. Make another one, and make another one that black folk going to support. And let's stop taking our dollars over here to people that's going to call us BOGO and make jokes and crack jokes. Let's police our own communities. Y'all ain't ready for me. Thank you for those roaring biddies. Shelly Thunder, I appreciate you. You yet holding on? Well, just keep on holding on then. Keep on keeping on then, baby. I want you all to get this down in your shondo on this Fresh Start Friday. We're not going to get tired. We're not going to be divided. We're not going to be conquered. We are going to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Is anybody listening to me out there? Thank you for the hype train. I appreciate everybody that's giving. I appreciate you. But I mean this thing all the way down in my shondo. Go Ratty, thank you for those roaring biddies. I appreciate you. Everybody, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Z Lady C keeps on coming through with those roaring biddies. I appreciate you. This is the job. This is the task that lies before us. And then DJ Harmonix, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, Nathan Lamont, I appreciate you. Thank you, Michelle Brown. Oh, come on with the gifted subs. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your support. You know why? Because I mean this, you know, like old folks used to say, I mean Jesus every step of the way. I mean Jesus and this every step of the way. I believe that our community is about to rock, baby. So I feel like Black Panther. I need Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. I need Wakanda forever, but I need the real thing. I ain't talking about nothing maker. Come on. Thank you so much. Thank you. I got that hydrate. I see y'all telling me to hydrate, but baby, listen, I feel this thing down in my shondo. Do you understand? Thank you for those gifted subs. I appreciate you. Shelly Thunder, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now listen, I mean this. Thank you, Michelle Browno, for those gifted subs. I appreciate you. This is what we're building. This is what we're bringing together. We're changing our mindset. Even when I talked to you on yesterday, and I think it's about time. It's almost time for me to get out of here, but let me touch on this. I talked about this on yesterday. Get these negative images of black out of your vocabulary. Get these negative images of black out of your vocabulary. I said it on yesterday. You know, it was European white folk that came up with this idea. And as Martin Luther King, I played that clip for you on yesterday when he said somebody lied to us. Even in the dictionary, everything when you see black is all negative and derogatory, and everything white is always pure and positive. Somebody lied to us. I played that clip for you on yesterday. And I want you all to stop perpetuating the lie. I need you to understand the beauty of your blackness. And I told you, and I said what I said, and y'all can be offended or not, I don't care. You will not have me singing in your congregation, whiter than snow, Lord, whiter than snow, wash me. Baby, my black soul is charcoal, and my soul is whole in its blackness. I ain't trying to be whiter than snow. Shelly Thunder, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate you for those biddies. Come on now. I want y'all to stop this whole mindset. Yes, how is it that a brown cow can eat green grass and give us white milk, and God can take my dirty black soul and turn it, wash it whiter than snow? Stop it. Stop it. Just quit. Just quit. Just quit with that madness. Quit. My black soul is not dirty. My black soul is not negative. And listen, I don't need nothing to be whiter than nothing. Ain't nothing on me white, but hopefully my teeth. I'm not trying to be white, and I don't need to be white. Stop preaching me white. There's nothing that's better about white over black. Stop the madness. Ooh, y'all ain't ready for me. Thank you for that hype train, y'all. Come on, I appreciate you so much. We perpetuate this same stuff. And just like I told you on yesterday, oh, well, it's not rape. Listen and go and read it in the Bible if you don't believe it. Peter and Paul got into an argument, a disagreement over race between the Jews and the Gentiles. They were already having issues as soon as the church came. Why do you think they don't have issues? Baby, stop the madness. You're not gonna oppress me with whiteness over black and make me believe that white is better than my black soul. You're just not gonna do it. You're just not gonna do it to me. And of course they taught you that on the plantation. Of course they taught you that on the plantation. Ooh, what did you think they were gonna teach you on the plantation? And y'all still out here teaching it. Y'all ain't ready for me. Woo! Everybody tell me to drink. Okay, let me get some water. Woo, but do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Stop with the comparison that always makes black something negative and derogatory and dirty. Stop it, especially from the pulpit. Y'all ain't ready for me. What does that say to your black child that's listening? What does that say to your black grandchild that's listening? What does that say to those little children that are listening to that? What kind of image, what kind of concept, what kind of mindset are you giving them? And then you wonder why. Well, I never taught them that white was better than black people. Yes, you did. You did it from the pulpit. You did it from your teaching. You did it from your conversation. You did it from your comparisons. And all of it was constantly black. If you're black, get back. If you're white, you're right. No, ma'am, no, sir. And whether you meant to teach that to your child or not, that is the teaching and the concept and the idea that you're giving to your child, that white is better than black. Thank you all. I appreciate you all for that hype train. I really, really do. Thank you so much to everybody that gave, and you never have to do it, but I appreciate you. But I thank you for supporting the stream, because we going somewhere, y'all. We going somewhere. We're doing something with this boss energy. This boss energy is real, and we're getting ready to do something. It's no point in having boss energy if you're not going to do something with the boss energy. I got to get this message out so the babies are confused, woman unsilenced. The poor babies are confused. Then they look up on the wall and on the church fan, and they see a white Jesus with blonde hair and blue eyes. They confused. They're confused, y'all. They're confused, and you just keep confusing them worse. But the words have power. The words have power. And my black soul is like charcoal, and it's saved, healed, and delivered, and it ain't asking, doesn't want to be, and never will be whiter than snow. And I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, and that with a mighty burning fire. And I don't need my soul to be whiter than snow. Y'all ain't ready for me. I said what I said. I don't need my soul to be whiter than snow. I need my soul to be right. And baby, if I've learned anything in this life, a whole lot of white ain't right. Well, I think I done said what I said. And I meant every word. I meant every word, every syllable, every stutter, every mutter. I meant every bit of it. Because this is the time. This is the season. My black soul is like charcoal, woman unsilenced, and I love that thing. You hear me? My black soul is like charcoal, and I don't want it to be whiter than snow. I want it to be exactly what it is, black. Come on in here, DJ Eyes. I said what I said, Michelle Browno. And as my uncle used to tell me, I'll add to it before I take it back.
Oh, I
feel for my brother, and I feel for my sister. This has been a Friday, Fresh Start Friday edition of Yes You OQ. One-on-one, just me and you. I have really enjoyed you all on this fine day, and I have to say to everybody that gave in the hype train, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. I thank you. I thank you. If I missed anybody calling your name, it was not intentional, but I appreciate. And those that don't have that opportunity to give, but you're here and you're giving the love, you're giving your time, you're giving your energy. I feel that thing. You hear me? I feel that. And I want to say thank you to you. I appreciate you so, so much. Teresa Jones, there's my 411 Connect. I love you and good morning to you. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to dial back the words that you say and why you say them. And I know for some people, when I start dealing with the Bible, that gets to be a real touchy situation because it's so precious to you. But I still want to encourage you to understand, just like Peter and Paul got into the disagreement about race and ethnicity in the Bible. Understand when you're talking about Europeans, because that King James version was people that interpreted for King James of England. Don't y'all get twisted. Please, please, please stay clear. Please stay clear. Please stay clear. And I don't care what they taught you on the plantation. And I need you to discern the difference between plantation teaching and the truth, because the truth will make you free. Now, with that being said, y'all can find me out here because I'm everywhere, and I'm getting ready to get all my platforms up and running. Many of them have been very immobilized, but now that I'm in my permanent place, I'm getting ready to get all of these platforms, these media platforms operating, so you can follow me, and they're each going to have something different. Twitch, Patreon, Discord, Facebook, YouTube. I'm out there, y'all. I'm out there. And listen, this is our mantra. We don't have a spirit of intimidation. We don't have a spirit of fear. We have power. We have love. We have a sound mind. And our mantra is, I am all powerful in love. Now, at the end of the day, we're not just talking about change. No, 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 no. And please believe, I want to be first partaker of the fruit. I'm not going to tell you to do something I'm not going to do myself. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I'm not doing myself. And I want us to do this together. This pride, P-R-I-D-E, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. We're going to stand together as us, you, me, we all. We're going to do this together and make this thing happen. You understand? It's time. It's happening. Now, we're getting ready to go spend some time over at the Rebels, and we're going over the Rebels, and she's going to have some anti-morning bangos this morning and some cracks. I appreciate her. Hold on and copy that raid message. In the meantime, not the den of iniquity, but the den of activity has been fully active today. Thank you for the roaring biddies, Lady Z, Lady C, Kai Chick, Shelly Thunder, Go Ratty, Woman Unsilenced, Tall Pumps, Den Darn, MCP 812. Thank you for those. I appreciate you. Those roaring biddies go a long way. I can hear you roar. Come on for my moderators. They're beautiful. These are my blessed trinity. Michelle Brownell, the Rebel Inc., Shelly Thunder, the most beautiful women. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Listen, for our subscribers and resubs, Groove Now, in New York Cheesecake, Sherelle Red Grimm, Miss P. Smitty 15, Shelby Nicole Cosplay, Pisces 20th Century, Joy Rain 20, KK, come on in here. I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den. Make yourself at home, sis. I'm looking, DJ Harmonics, The Gift, Nathan Lamont, Short Staff, New York, Spiritual Medium, Truth is Light, Not a Symphony, DJ Eyes, welcome to the Lion's Den, Michelle 22, and Diesel. I want y'all to know I appreciate you. Come on up in here. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Shelly Thunder says it all the time. And I just want to echo her on today, if you'll let me do that. Come on, y'all. Have a good weekend. And this day, have an amazing day on purpose. I love you. Peace for your journey.